Audrey Hepburn, star of Breakfast at Tiffany's, remains one of Hollywood's greatest style icons and one of the world's most successful actresses. At age 22, she starred in the Broadway production of Gigi. 2 years later, she starred in the film Roman Holiday in 1953. Hepburn is one of the few actresses to win an Emmy, Tony, Grammy, and Academy Award. In her later years, acting took a back seat to her work on behalf of children. Born on May 4, 1929 in Brussels, Belgium, Hepburn was a talented performer known for her beauty, elegance, and grace. Often imitated, she remains one of Hollywood's greatest style icons. A native of Brussels, Hepburn spent part of her youth in England at a boarding school. During much of World War II, she studied at the Arnhem Conservatory in the Netherlands. After the Nazis invaded the country, Hepburn and her mother struggled to survive. She reportedly helped the resistance movement by delivering messages, according to an article in the New York Times. After the war, Hepburn continued to pursue an interest in dance. She studied ballet in Amsterdam and later in London. In 1948, Hepburn made a stage debut as a chorus girl in the musical High Button Shoes in London. More small parts on the British stage followed. She was a chorus girl in Sauce Tartare in 1949, but was moved to a feature player in Sauce Piquante in 1950. That same year, Hepburn made her feature film debut in 1951's One Wild Oat in an uncredited role. She went on to parts in such films as Young Wives' Tales and The Lavender Hill Mob, starring Alec Guinness. At the age of 22, Hepburn went to New York to star in the Broadway production of Gigi, based on the book by the French writer Colette. Only a few weeks after the play premiered, news reports indicated that Hepburn was being wooed by Hollywood. Only 2 years later, she took the world by storm in the film Roman Holiday in 1953 with Gregory Peck. Audiences and critics alike were wowed by her portrayal of Princess Anne, the royal who escapes the constrictions of her title for a short time. She won an Academy Award for Best Actress for this performance. The next year, Hepburn returned to the Broadway stage to star in Undine with Mel Ferrer. The two also made a dynamic pair off stage, and Hepburn and Ferrer got married on September 25, 1954, in Switzerland. During the period 1957 to 1960, she worked in a few films such as Laugh in the Afternoon, Funny Face, Mayerling, Green Mansions, The Non-Story, and The Unforgiven. Hepburn's career got a kickstart, and she worked with numerous industry stalwarts, which contributed to her successful career. In 1960, she started working on the screen adaptation of Truman Capote's novel Breakfast at Tiffany's, which was released the next year. She then worked in the movie The Children's Hour. This actress took some time off from her career and devoted her time to her son, Sean, and family. After she resumed work, she again starred in many movies during the period 1963 to 1967, such as Charade, Paris When It Sizzles, My Fair Lady, How to Steal a Million, Two for the Road, and Wait Until Dark. She again took a second break from acting for about 9 years and was back with the movie Robin and Marian in 1976. This was followed by a few more movies such as Bloodline, They All Laughed, and Always, after which she could not continue her career due to illness. In her later years, acting took a backseat to her work on behalf of children. She became a goodwill ambassador for UNICEF in the late 1980s. Traveling the world, Hepburn tried to raise awareness about children in need. She understood too well what it was like to go hungry from her days in the Netherlands during the German occupation. Making more than 50 strips, Hepburn visited UNICEF projects in Asia, Africa, and Central and South America. She won a Special Academy Award for her humanitarian work in 1993, but she did not live long enough to receive it. Hepburn died on January 20, 1993, at her home in Tolochenaz, Switzerland, after a battle with colon cancer.